Hello,
Great.
hi my dear students. Welcome to online classes. I'm your Tharun sir. Today we are going to learn creative writing, which is important, which is uh, which plays a great role in your annual examination, my dear students. Okay, so creative writing consists of major discourses and minor discourses. Okay, today we are going to learn two minor discourses. Let me write on the board what are the minor discourses we have in our 10th standard. Okay, students, we have paper 1 and paper 2. And you know what? Creative writing stands for 15 marks each in paper 1 as well as paper 2. Like 30 marks in total for your annual examination. It's really, really important that you have to know, guys. So, minor discourses in paper 1, what are they? In paper 1, we do have minor discourses, diary entry, message, notice. Okay? We have to learn how to prepare a notice, how to do a message, and also how to write a diary entry. Okay? This is all part of paper 1. Now let us check. Paper 2, my dear students. In paper 2, we have BIP, which is poster making. Okay? Invitation. And third one, we do have profile writing. Okay? So this is part of paper 2, which is concerned completely independent. There is no question comes from your textbook related to your paper 2 English. All right? So here, my dear students, we have here poster, invitation, profile writing. Okay? And what are the marks that carries in your question paper? We have 5 marks. In paper 1 and paper 2, we do have for 5 marks. Either of these two, or maybe notice, or maybe message, or maybe diary, compulsory without any choice, you will have to write one amongst these 3. Like you have no choice given for the examination when you got to write minor discourses. You understand? So compulsory, you have to learn diary entry, message, notice, as well as for the paper 2 also it carries 5 marks. Definitely you have to learn poster making, invitation, and also profile writing. All right, students, today amongst these very important minor discourse we are going to learn is diary entry. Okay, students, I'm going to wipe the board now. All of you get ready with the book. In a question paper, how this minor discourse is going to be asked. How this minor discourse going to be asked. Let us take a question from your academics. Okay, paper 1. Okay, diary entry. Today we are going to learn what? Diary entry, and it's purely students. Diary entry is related to your paper 1 that comes from your textbook. You understand? I'm going to write one question. Okay, for that, how we have to make a diary entry, let us learn today. What is the question, students? Imagine that you are in the place of Nick. Nick, you know that, right? Nick Vujicic, who is a torso, who is from Australia and later moved to Los Angeles. Great motivational speaker who has no arms and legs. Yes? Okay. I'm talking about that man, Nick Vujicic. At the age 13. Imagine that you are in the place of Nick at the age 13, read an article about a disabled person who helped others. Okay, so now what you have to write actually? What you have to make a diary entry? You are really inspired by the article. Write your feelings and thoughts in your diary. And this was for how many marks? 5 marks. There is no option. You will find no option for minor discourses in your annual examination. My dear 10th standard students, you understand? Let me read the question once again. Imagine that you are in the place of Nick. You are in the place of Nick Vujicic at the age 13. Okay? Read an article about a disabled person who helped others. You are really inspired by the article. Write your feelings and thoughts in your diary. In your diary, 5 marks. Okay. So this is a question. I want you guys to take a screenshot very fast. We are really running out of the time. Let me do the diary entry here on the board. If you take the snap or maybe screenshot of this content, students. Okay. So this is a question, students, and it's worth 5 marks. It worth how many marks? 5 marks in your annual examination. There is no choice given. Understood? So, students, you might have been thinking that what sir is exactly drawing there. Is it a drawing class? No, it's absolutely. See, look, my dear students, you will have to understand that this is purely a creative writing, which is not at all formal. Which is not at all formal. This comes under creative writing. So these are thoughts and your inner feelings, which you have to put on your piece of paper. Okay? Sometimes, you know what? A person like Nick, who has no arms and legs, but he can type, right? He can type on the laptop or maybe desktop computer. who writes his own diary or autobiography on system. So how will he do? Like it has got some worth for their inner feelings or maybe thoughts, right? Exceptionally. So that's why, what am I doing? This is a sort of layout, my dear students. It's a layout which you can impress your evaluator, which you can impress your evaluator. You may have a doubt, students, running in your mind, sir, is it really okay if we draw in this way? Absolutely, it is okay, my dear students. As far as you must not spoil the either side of the paper of your answer sheet given in the annual examination. You use pencil, you should not use any sketches, okay? That spoils the page, okay? That may affect your marks evaluation. So you can use a finest pencil, that's it, okay? But why is this layout is really important for diary making? Yes, it is important if you ask me, because it's not formal thing. When it comes to notice, when it comes to a message, they are formal things. We should not draw like this. It has a definite box, rectangular box that we have to write. And letter, it's a formal thing. You understand? So, students here, look. So, I'm doing little decoration, that is fine. In order to make our feelings and our diary also may be like this. We sort of 10th class students, right? So students, right? This is your paper. In this paper, you have drawn your layout. This is such a layout. Okay. On the left-hand side, completely above, left corner of this layout, what am I writing here? Today's date, 19th November, 2020. What I have written, 19th November 2020. After that, date is compulsory. You know that, right? Date. What is day? What is the date today? Today is Thursday, right? Thursday, students. And next, what I have to write? Exactly the time. Time is very important. Like if I say diary is a form of writing, actually one must have to write it at the end of the day or night. When his day is completed, he wanted to put his feelings. Actually, what is diary? Diary is something we write about ourselves, how the day is, how we got experienced, what are the things that we have done, how really the day is ended. So these all matters in a diary. Diary is diary is something, where we speak our whole heart. Exact words that come from our heart, we have to write in a diary. That is what speaking one another. Understood? So Thursday, next, I'm writing 10 p.m. Okay, that's night, students. So here I'm gonna leave some space, and what I have to write here, dear diary, comma, dear diary, comma. So I'm in the place of Nick, so absolutely I have to think like Nick. See, what happened to Nick at the age 13? Actually, before 13, once in 8 years old, when he was 11 years or 10 years old, he already drowned himself in water, tried to commit suicide. He was completely in depression, he got bullied and teased by his fellow classmates. These all, you know what? We cannot imagine ourselves one day if we don't have arms and legs, and how we complete our day without the help of any others. See, every day is a task for our Nick Vujicic, such a great man. How poor he was born. Poor in the sense, not financially, what am I saying? Appearance, or maybe he's not normal. He is affected with a disease called phocomelia. So after reading an article which is all about a disabled person. He was inspired. You know what? That article made him so inspired that, my dear students, he became so popular all over the world. He traveled more than 124 countries and motivated. He motivates people. You can check his Facebook or Instagram, how many likes and how many followers he does have, right? Yes. So let us see how he got inspired after reading that newspaper, that sort of feelings. Exactly, we have to step into the shoes of Nick Vujicic and we have to write here. You understand? So today, so I'm starting from here. It's okay if you start from here, here. It's your wish, okay? Today, I'm really excited and please today I'm really excited and feeling delighted. I'm writing another word instead of delighted because delighted and excited comes like a very near word. So today I'm really excited and feeling. How am I feeling? I'm feeling contented. Contented in the sense, in Telugu, samtrupti. Why? Delighted. After read, or else we can write. When I read an article about a disabled man he achieved great things. He achieved great things in his life. He achieved great things in his life and managed to help others. Look what I wrote in the first line, students. Today, like today, what happened today in my life? Today, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I'm feeling so energetic. I'm extremely delighted. That is what the meaning here. I'm really excited. I'm feeling contented. Contented in the sense I'm completely okay today. By today, yesterday I don't know how am I, but today this article really gave me so much inspiration. So I read an article. When I read an article about a disabled man, here full stop, he achieved great things in his life and managed to help others. He managed to help others. Now, my dear students, take a snap of this as I don't have that space enough to write here. But students, you have to understand and note this point that diary entry must not be written in 2 pages. Only one side of the page. This layout has to be a little big enough, or maybe it fits like 10 to 12 sentences. That is fine. Other than this date, right, and time. Okay? The salutations and all, you have to write in the draw a layout in such a way that at least 12 to 15 lines or maybe 13 lines. Okay, it's okay, up to you. But it should not look so lengthy that it must not, it must worth only 5 marks. That you have to understand. And no way minor discourses are to be written in 2 pages. Only 1 page, that to 1 page, one side you have to write. So what am I doing here? As I don't have like space to write, I'm gonna rub this and I will start from here. But when you guys start to write on a page, you should not do that. You should not rub or something. You have to do continuation, and this bottom line must have to be written at the last of the page. As I don't have that space, I'm going to rub there. Okay? I hope you understand. I'm going to continue, my dear students. First, what I have written: day, month, and year. Next, the day. After that, time. And I left 1 or 2 lines of space here. What I have wrote: dear diary. And again, I have left 1 single line space, and I started writing as I'm feeling now. I'm in this. I'm absolutely Nick Vujicic, as if I am in the place of Nick Vujicic. Okay. I realized why God had made us hyphen here. I'm writing hyphen to help others. See, what am I writing? What I'm writing here? I realized why God had made us. Why God has made us? My dear students, you should not use colors. You understand? You use pencils, okay? And if you use color pencils, it should not spoil the page. That you have to understand. Color pencils is okay. You can use color pencils, but not red. Red is not at all recommended. Okay? Color pencils you can use, but it should not spoil the page. Unless it spoils the page, that's fine, you can use. You understand that? Okay? So listen, I realized why God had made us. Why God had made us? To help others. I decided to use my life I decided, because I read that article and I totally inspired what I wanted to write. I decided to use my life to encourage others and give them hope to live. Students, please take a screenshot of this. I'm going to rub this board, this part, okay? What I have written, I decided to use my life to encourage others and give them hope to live. Hope to live. Understood? We have to be thankful to God for what we have. We have to be thankful to God for what we have. You understand? I'll focus only on my strength and ability. I'll focus only on my strength and ability. See, I will, here I apostrophe LL, that means I will focus only on my strength and ability and never complain for what I don't have, what I don't have. Hard work and conviction are two ways to reach our goal. Hard work and conviction. Conviction is strong belief. We have to believe in ourselves. That's what Nick says. Hard work and convictions are two ways to reach our goals. Okay? Finally, the last line. Thanks God. Thanks God. Thanks God. Who is that? Here, students. On the left hand side, you have to write like this, Nick. Sometimes you can also do signature, but for 10th standard, it is need not necessary to do a signature because it's Nick, right? So you have to write Nick. That's all. Lastly, how I closed, thanks God. These are all my feelings when I read the article. When I read the article about another disabled person who really managed to help so many other people in his life. Okay, so why can I? Now I understood why I was made like this. I was made like this to help others. I decided to use my life to encourage others and give them hope to live. See, such a finest and great words, right? You in your annual examination, students, this is a way of presenting. And first, what are the indicators also I'm going to tell my dear students. First, date, time, compulsory. Date and time compulsory. Second, dear diary, which is salutation. Opening line. Students, opening line is really important. Like it has to tell about our feeling. It may be sad or it may be happy or it may be something which is related to your content that you wanted to say on that particular, okay? And your closing and this layout. Content is really important, students. Content must be in one paragraph, and out of all this, you have to narrate in I in the sense first person. You have to be first person. You should not talk for the third person singular. You understood? You always put your feelings. All right? So you have to be first person narration. And also, what is the tense that is used? The tense you can use is simple past or maybe present perfect. Present perfect or maybe simple past. Simple past is really convenient, students. When you make some statements like this, you have to be definite enough to do it in simple past. You understand? So this is all about your diary entry. These are the norms or indicators. See, the marks will be awarded for your date and time. Salutation, opening line really matters, my dear students. And you know what? The content must be one paragraph only and one page. It has to be in one page, okay? And the closing sign on the left hand side. This layout is specifically exceptional. if you do this way, it is so good that it can impress your evaluator. He feels that this student is really good at doing this diary entry. He got some creative skills. He will understand that. The evaluator understands that this student possesses some creative skills and he is good at English even. That confidence level also can be noted if you present in such a way. You're all English medium students. Even Telugu medium students also can do wonders. Okay, students? So this is the absolute way, and you have to learn diary entry, which is really important. This is from the first unit. If you read the textbook well, you will understand the finest lines which I have written on the board while making diary entry. You have to step in the shoes of the characters in the contents, in the lessons as well. These are the indicator, students: day, date, time, first salutation, opening line. Content has to be very clear. The lines must be very good. Okay, and it has to be first person narration and simple past. These are the 5 parameters, and you know what? 5 parameters. These are all include 5 marks. If you miss writing the date, day and time, you will lose marks. And even if you don't write dear diary and the first line also, you may lose marks. There is a quite so. And some students, they don't even do this layout, which I drew now. Layout is also very important, students, because each and every creative writing has its own layout that you have to understand. Okay, I hope you must have understood well. I thought of explaining one more minor discourse, but I don't think we do have time now. Okay, in the next class, I'll teach you notice and message in one shot. Okay, students. So now I'm going to come there. If you have any sort of doubts, we can have a discussion through your messages. I'll understand. I will talk to you now, whatever the doubts that you have. Okay. Students, if you have any doubts, kindly message me through Zoom. Oh, thank you very much, students. Students, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I hope you understood very well. This diary entry is really important part of creative discourses. Okay, and that to minor discourses, 5 marks. There is no option for the choice given in your question paper. Okay, thank you so much, students. I'll give you another question in WhatsApp, so you can do that, and you can send to my personal number. Thank you very much. Okay, bye. See you in the next class. Bye.